everybody, we're back for another video. You've recently seen this Midori, and you've recently seen this Midori, and I have shared a quick view of my Ace Hotel Camel Traveler's Notebook, but there was a comment or a post in one of the Midori Traveler's Notebook Factory, the genuine Facebook group, you know, the genuine one. You can see it right here. It says Midori, made in Thailand, and this is my Narita Airport Standard Edition. I just have a Japanese coin on it. But someone wanted to see how I had it set up. This was the notebook that I used. You can see I've got a little bit of stuff in there that I used when I was taking one semester. I took Japanese. I took the first semester of Japanese at one of the universities that I teach at Tulsa Community College. And this ended up being the notebook that I used for my Japanese. So let's take a look. So the first thing you'll see, I have one of the little adhesive pockets. And what I would put there is I would put, if we had any handouts or a note sheet that I really wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do with it yet, you'll see I have one of the, this is one of the fake Farouf zipper pouches. It doesn't have the gold embossing, but it's actually just as beautiful. What's in there? Oh, that was when Pikidori Designs really started. So I had that in there, I guess. I was making lots of inserts then. I have a Starbucks card. That's some Japanese washi tape that I have in here. I got from a friend of mine, Danny, quite a while ago. But you'll see I have the zipper pouch. I have, I'm gonna take this out. This is one of the reasons why I do not like the, this is an old Foxy fix. This is one of the reasons why I don't like the, these dashboards, these plastic vinyl dashboards, is if there's a certain type of ink on an insert, it ends up on your dashboard and it's just a mess. I mean, you can eventually get it off, but ugh. I think these things, I mean, I understand why people love them because, you know, you get to decorate them and they get all pretty. But then this happens and it's more plastic that we're sending out, you know, to the universe. And I think there's enough plastic. So I'm going to see what I can do with that. Maybe someone will want it because I don't anymore. I've stopped using them and I have a ton of them. But you'll see I have the zipper pouch, I have an insert, and I have a folder. And so the first thing you'll see here says Nihongo. Nihongo. That is Japanese. So this is the insert that I used to keep track of what we did in class, what we needed to study, what new vocabulary was. I did have in this middle insert, I did have just like a cheap insert that I made myself out of photocopy paper where I just took notes in class and then disseminated into my different inserts. But this insert right here, what I have here is on the inside, this right here. So this right here was our syllabus for the semester. And I taped it in so I knew when we had class, when we didn't have class, what our assignments were, when we were having our quizzes, and when our homework was due. I'm always amazed with, of course, me being a graduate of 3 universities with a couple of advanced degrees, I was really surprised with students. They got this from the teacher, and we could also get it online and print it, but they never referred to it. So they would show up on a day where your homework was due. And if you just do your homework, I mean, and do it well, I mean, it's free points, just free points. The teacher and me. I just remember there were students that would just like forget to turn in their homework. Well, that's 20 points. So that means, you know, like I had a couple of quizzes where I didn't do very well. Like this one I got 7 out of 10. You know, this one I got 5 out of 20. But because I had done all of my homework, I didn't study for that one. We had a major concert the day before that. So, but anyways, I digress. Do your homework, kids, and turn it in. That's my lesson. So I kept the syllabus there. And then I also kept the information regarding the class, like what the course number was, the start and end date, or, you know, the registration dates and spring semester and all of that type of stuff. So I would have it. And then I actually did have Post-it notes here for a while. But this insert, this first insert is, you can see, a Taroko shop, and it is a Tomoe River paper, and it is a grid. You can see it has a grid on it. So what I did was, you know, anytime I did something for the class, I would write it down in here. So, you know, Monday, December 28th, I bought my textbooks and, you know, how much they were. And I checked off when I did that, first day of class, who the teacher was, and a few notes from that class and what our homework was. She gave us a handout that day, so I tipped in the handout, so I would have it with that day. And so that's all I did was, you know, each day. We didn't have class on the one Monday, the 18th, because it was Martin Luther King Day. So then you'll see just 25th, 27th, what we did. We were learning right from the get-go. We were learning our hiragana. So you'll see some Japanese through. Oh, and I went and bought a book, and it was a Japanese book, and so then there were a couple of grammar and Japanese for dummies and learning hiragana and katakana that they gave. So I just taped that in. So here's that, and then we were doing at the beginning some stuff in you know, not totally in hiragana. We were actually writing it out in English, the equivalent of "Oname wa nan desu ka? Watashi no naime wa Jan desu. Kyoshi desu. Musician desu. Flutist desu. Ie Amerikanji desu." You know, "Nihonji desu ka?" You know, "Are you Japanese?" "No, I'm American." You know, stuff like that. So I would put that worksheet in, and I just taped it to the notebook. So you can see more. These were questions for the exam. Here's verbs. So this is one thing that I did, and I used, that's MT washing tape, one of my favorite washi tapes. I just bought some last month that I'm super excited about. So this is how, and then I created verb charts for, you know, dictionary form, present affirmative, present negative, some more handouts. So that's what this notebook was. Now we also had, of course, our textbook, and then we had our workbook as well. So that's why I was able to use two, because it's tea. That's so cute. So, and here we were learning katakana. So in Japanese, there are, I guess you could say, like 3 alphabets. There's hiragana, which are Hiragana is this right here, where things are much smoother, and those are actually Japanese characters for Japanese words. These right here are called katakana, and those are much more kind of harsher, sharper, and so that's so you can distinguish between a Japanese word and a foreign word that has been translated into Japanese. And then, of course, they have kanji, which there are thousands of them. And I think in order to be a fully literate Japanese person, you have to have know like 2,400 kanji. So you have to know your hiragana, your katakana, and then your kanji. And here's just the first few kanji. And this is the kanji. And this is what they are in hiragana. Ichi, ni, so on and so forth. So there's some more homework taped in. And then by the end of the semester, we were doing everything in Japanese. And it was a wonderful class. I had a wonderful professor. And you can see like some things that I needed to study. Kore sore are kono sono ano. I definitely had to study numbers in katakana and hiragana because sometimes you see them both, and kanji. Some more little prep for the final. And then I used this whole book, except for a couple of pages there and there. Oh, and these were Japanese emojis. I wanted to learn how to do Japanese emojis, so that's what that is. And then just an article on tips for learning a foreign language. And then I had a folder here, which I was looking for one of these. It's from the pop-up factory store that they had at the miscellaneous store in Amsterdam. I might put that in my other notebook. But I used this to put in any handouts before I decided to tape them in here. And then this insert, the first one was Taroko Shop. This one is Yellow Paper House. They had this cute sushi print on one of their inserts one year, and it was a lined insert. I think they were having a sale on their lined inserts, so I bought one. And so I just have some more Japanese practice in here, like when my midterm was scheduled for and all of that type of stuff. Oh, and since it's a notebook as well, I had my schedule taped in it in case I just had this notebook with me. And I don't think there's anything in the zipper pouch right now. No, there's nothing in the zipper pouch. And then I have a adhesive pocket at the end. So that's kind of how I set up this notebook for my Japanese class that I took the spring semester of 2016. I haven't taken anything out of it because I just loved the setup so much. So, there you go. If you have any questions, please leave a comment down below, and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.